And today I want to show you how I create a listening lesson for my student using one of the TED videos. And I want to provide some practice for my students with listening, with watching videos. And the student in my classes are at the high intermediate level, and I have about 20 students in my class. And this lesson will be about 100 to 120 minutes long. And there will be three major stages in this lesson: the pre-listening, the while listening, and the post-listening. And this is the video that I chose from the TED. It's called Salt and Pepper, and the reason for me to choose this video because it has a quite reasonable length. It's about 5 minutes and 47 seconds, and it is spoken at a normal speed. I will play the video a little bit so that you have some idea about the video itself.
They've sat with us at nearly every table, a pair that's partnered most of the meals ever cooked in Western kitchens. A yin and yang, darkness and light.
So that is a video, and this is my pre-listening activity. The purpose of this activity is to help the student to generate interest into the topic, and I also want to introduce some vocabulary and images in the video. Importantly, I want them to practice the predicting skills by looking at the visual cues from the video. This is an important skill when they watch the video and listening. And I also want them to activate some background knowledge about the topic. And the activity will take about 20 to 25 minutes. And in order to implement this activity, I will prepare maybe 3 or 4 pictures from the video itself. And I will divide the students into small groups of 4 or 5. And then I will ask each group to come up with as many words of things that they see in the picture as possible. And then after about 10 minutes, I will ask each group to report the number of the words that they have and then share it with the whole class. And after that, I will tell them that those are pictures from the video, and I will ask them to guess what the topic of the video might be. And I also want them to explain why they think so, because I really want to emphasize on the connection between the guess and the pictures that they see. And then I will write all the possible topics that they come up with on the board, and then we will watch the video for the first time, and we will decide which is the correct guess. The next one, as you can see here, is another 2 photos that I got it from the video. And as you can see, these 2 pictures also provide some scientific terms that the student can learn from, so that it will help them better when watching the video. The next activity is for the student when they're watching the video, and I want them to practice the note-taking skills and then listening for comprehension. And in order to do that, I will need to prepare 2 activities, and for this, I would need 50 to 60 minutes. There will be 2 handouts that I need to prepare. The first one is for note-taking skills. As you can see on the slide on the right, that is the incomplete outline that I prepared based on the lecture. To implement this activity, I will follow a number of steps. The first one, I will give the student this incomplete outline, and then I will ask them to fill out it while watching the video, and then I will have them work in group of 3 and then share the answers and then discuss the answers. And after that, we will share as a whole class, and then we will watch the video and then check the answers together. The next activity is for checking comprehension. For this, and you can see on the right of the slide, I prepare several questions. Those are for main ideas of the video and detailed information in the video. And in order to implement this activity, I also follow the similar steps. So have a student work individually while watching the video, and then they will discuss the answers with other students in a group, and then we will share it as a whole class, and then we will watch the videos for the last time for checking. The last stage is for post-listening. After watching the video and then answering all the questions, I really want the student to expand the knowledge about the topic and to connect themselves to the topic. And then I also want them to practice expressing their opinions and then thinking critically about the topic. And for this activity, I'll think about 20 to 25 minutes to conduct it. And I just need to prepare several discussion questions. I can either prepare them in handout or by on the board, and the student can discuss in groups. And then after about 15 minutes, I will ask the student to share their discussion with the whole class. And you can see here several discussion questions that I have for the lesson. The first one is, what is the most interesting thing you have learned from the video? And the other two questions I come up with it because it's quite connected to my culture, because we also use salt and pepper, but for other ways of preparing food. So I think that asking this question will help the student to connect themselves to the topics.